Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and I'm going to be bringing you a lot of the CWL 3 stars that Hello4Now did have, the ones that were not mine, but the others that I didn't recap. So I'm going to bring you guys that in today's video. All right, so the first one that we are going to go into is Not Kimmy here, and Not Kimmy is going to come in with the Dragbat on this base. So as you can see, where are all the splash damage buildings? Well, splash damage, there are some down there. There's only 2 wizard towers. There's one, there's a multi up there. There's some by the town hall as well, and then there's a multi there. So what is Not Kimmy going to do? Well, she's going to drop a giant, and the queen's going to step up here. The queen is going to be responsible for removing here. Well, where are the sweepers? There's a sweeper here, and then there's another one right here. Well, in a CWL attack, you want to prioritize that town hall. So she's going to send the king down here, remove the funnel, going to make a funnel up here, and then the dragons are going to be responsible for the top side. And then the bat spells are going to come in mid-attack, finding that's the best use case for them because we've tried to drop some of the bat spells early. I've tried it as well, and it's just failed. You definitely want to do the bats later on in the raid, not in the very beginning. You want to use heroes to create a funnel as best as you can. So then she flies the Stone Slammer in, drops that haste so that those balloons can get shot right into that multi-target Inferno. Out comes a Baby Dragon and a Witch. There's probably also maybe a Ice Golem in there as well. We saw a lot of Ice Golems, but then this is where you're going to see where the Bat spell is going to be used. Rage, Freeze, and Bats. So literally it's going to clear this whole side, finds a Tesla farm over here, and it's just going to move its way through. And then there's a single target Inferno, so it doesn't have to use a freeze. And then there are some back-end wizard towers, but what is that going to just use? Use some balloons to distract as the bats are coming through, and look at the value that the bats do get. So she wasn't able to drop it. Let's see. Oh, actually, no, she was able to drop it right in time. These bats continue to move through and just overwhelms this base. So very nice hit, Not Kimmy, getting this Dragbat triple. So remember, oh, there was a tornado trap down there, probably to prevent a Sui Electrone or the blimp to fly in there to get the value. But Not Kimmy gets that Dragbat triple. So very nice hit of getting that done, especially since utilizing the bat spell on the opposite towards the end of the raid, which pretty much I believe is the best use case for it. So let's go ahead and get into the next triple. Biggie coming in with a Queen Walk Hog attack. So what is he going to identify? Well, I personally wouldn't be able to identify a base like this, but he's going to do a beautiful Queen Walk and then charge into the town hall and get a ton of value. So he's going to send a test balloon over here. Baby Dragon's going to help remove a bit of the funnel, and the Queen's going to get dropped, and then the Queen's going to walk just like this up. That's where he wants to do. So the Queen's right here, then you're going to see the healers as well, and the Queen's going to be responsible for this and walk up the base, and then usually you want to use the king towards on the opposite side, maybe like in this area, to help force the queen that way. So he ends up popping her ability there. Usually you want to use a rage spell and save her ability for absolutely the critical moment. So drop some balloons there. The wall wrecker is going to charge right into the town hall here. And then you're going to see a wizard to help with a little bit of a kind of cleanup over there. And then some bowlers are going to help push their way through. But in this instance, the king and the warden are going to be the ones responsible for making that huge push into the base. Healers are coming through. There are no air defenses, let's say here, to pick off these healers, which is really nice. You're going to find the Ice Golem comes out of the CC. The king is going to run around this way to actually kind of help create a bit of a funnel to make sure they all go there. But I think he also wanted to send the king as deep into the base as possible. And then here is the Ice Golem, right? It's freezing up your troops and slowing everything down. So, I mean, when you're running CWL, 2 Ice Golems is very nice. We saw a lot of double Ice Golems in the CCs because it just slowed down charges, slowed down the attacks quite a bit. But when you know that there's Ice Golems in it, you can plan maybe an air attack and just completely ignore it and not have to deal with it, which is really nice. So that helps for me, but you don't get scouts in these attacks, so that's kind of the problem. But the queen was able to continue to walk through this alley here and provide so much value. If the queen did not stay up and get that eagle down or anything else in this area, these hogs probably would not have been able to get it because the eagle would have just been raining fire on the hogs, and it would have been one of the last final defenses to go down. He doesn't have too many hogs, drops the heal there. They don't get healed up for too much longer, but as you can see, these hogs push their way through that final Inferno and able to get that triple. So very nice Queen Walk, queen charge into the hog attack. So beautiful job. Let's go ahead and get to the next triple. We got BRG coming in, and this is going to be a Sui Electrone, right? So you're going to Electrone this portion. I've never done this attack or attempted a base like this, but he's going to do the EDrag with the clone and the rage right through this area, right? Ends up cloning the EDrag because the balloon ended up going outside the range when he ended up getting dropped. But the EDrag gets some nice value there, chaining the lightning. The clone EDrag is what is now getting kind of targeted, and then the EDrag is going to help clear all this. And then what is BRG going to do? Well, he's probably going to want to drop the heroes over here and then do a mass EDrag drag spam right for the town hall and just overwhelm it, right? So that's the objective. The balloons are coming behind, and the warden's going to follow as well. And then here's the king and here's the queen. They're going to be responsible for removing all of this. The EDrag is going to go right through the base, and then they're going to be able to grab the queen. So as you can see, we're just going to push our way through the base. You're going to see a rage, and then you're going to see the warden ability. Ends up killing the enemy king, and out comes 2 ice golems because the heroes did pull them, which was the unfortunate thing. So the EDrags did have to get slowed down, and they got frozen not only once, but twice since there was 2 ice golems. But unless they ended up killing them all together, so it just lasted for the 6 seconds. So Queen continues to move down through the space. EDrags are pushing their way through. Does have one more free spell, and he ends up using it probably for that air defense. That's the best spot for it because you don't want those EDrags to get hit, and there it is. The king is still moving around. The queen finally joins up. The queen has not used her ability. There is a troll Tesla over at 9 o'clock, but BRG is able to overwhelm it with these EDrags and going to be able to get it done. Still has that queen ability, going to be able to pop it for this back end. So very nice attack here, BRG. Something I've never done. I've been doing a lot of Electrone, but none of the Electrone into a mass EDrag attack. So very nice hit here, BRG. Let's go ahead and get to the next one. All right, so the next one we got here is Mixed Slither coming in with a Queen Walk into a Lalo, right? So he's creating a little bit of a funnel up here, and he wants a Queen Walk, right? Well, there's a little alley right here that the queen could potentially walk. So that's kind of what he's thinking. He drops the baby dragon, and the baby dragon's tanking while the balloon comes in and does the 2 shots right there. So he's trying to get this town hall down, right? So the baby dragon's doing some nice work with the funnel there. The queen is going to then push her way in. You're going to have to use a king, more than likely in this area, which here it comes. And the king's going to have to be responsible for this to help keep the queen going into the base just like that, because he created a nice funnel for the queen to walk right into there. And there's no reason for her to continue around and go this way, right? So the queen is going to end up going that way, and then the air defense is going to pull her closer into the base, and then she has nowhere to go but further in to the town hall. Drops the rage. The healers are just outside of, well, they did enter the range right there, but the queen can take it down, no problem. And then she can also be responsible not only for the enemy queen, the CC, the eagle, and get a ton of value here, and the enemy king, so you don't have to end up cleaning them up towards the end of the raid if necessary. But very nice job. And then where are the sweepers, right? So if the queen is responsible for all of this and the enemy queen, the other sweeper is up here. So, well, what's the angle that you want to Lalo? You don't want to Lalo into it, so you're probably going to want to Lalo this way, right? Since the queen got a ton of value from that charge, he's kind of waiting till he clears that so the eagle doesn't do some damage to his hounds. Does still have that stone slammer, so let's go ahead and fast forward ×4 here. And here comes the Lalo portion. Drops the stone slammer from 9 o'clock, finds the troll Tessa, and he's just going to push his way through. And the queen is still up, so very nice queen charge Lalo attack here. The wall wreck, actually not the wall wrecker, the stone slammer is going to continue to push through the space. The queen still has her ability. Warden still has his ability. So very nice job. Hopefully the warden doesn't stay with the queen. Doesn't, ends up moving forward. Freezes that final multi-target inferno. And then still has that warden ability to pop whenever he needs to use it. And there it is. So beautiful queen charge Lalo. There are troll Tessas up at 12 and 3, which is pretty common in the CWL, the Clan War League. Because you only get 1 hit, so you got to make it as hard as possible. Let's say you're doing a Lalo, the balloons have to fly all the way across the base just like they did here, but he did it with enough time. So beautiful 12v12 triple in this one Mixed Slither. So very nice job. And so that's going to wrap up this video here today. There were several other triples that I didn't include that were mainly either mine, Not Kimmy got one, and then Sam Forever got one, which he will most likely be covering on his channel if he hasn't already. I'll link his video down below so you guys can see, and also his channel. So go show him the love. Sam Forever, the leader of Hello4Now. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe down below. And I hope to see you guys next time. Carbonfin signing out. Peace.